Hey, Void. So, last night I kicked up something that I've been hearing a lot of buzz around, but hadn't actually looked into too much up until another reviewer, Brad, the Cinema Snob, who I gave a shout out to before with my reviews of his movies, saw he was talking about Deadstream. And he mentioned that one of the segments on VHS 99 was the writer director who did Deadstream. And that he said that Deadstream worked a lot better for him and he really enjoyed it. So, and the segment he was talking about was my favorite segment on VHS 99. So, it bumped Deadstream up to the top and I gave it a look. And I'm not gonna lie, I really like this one. This one kind of hit a sweet spot for me. So, the title is an obvious pun on live stream, as this is a YouTube content creator who's essentially been banned for doing a controversial challenge, which it takes a while before they reveal what that is, but this is a guy who's, you can definitely see doing that. It's pretty much he's facing his fears. He's doing the stupidest challenges out there, running from the police, going down a rapids in what he calls his Baby Moses challenge. Pretty much he's dubbed himself a wimp and is facing all his fears and doing things that are challenging himself. Well, he just got back on and is doing a big thing where he's going to a haunted house because he's afraid of ghosts. And is going to live stream the whole thing. So, now, and of course, ghosts show up. Now, this was kind of working for me just because the way he was going about it did seem like a series you could just subscribe to on YouTube. It was very well put together in that, the effects, his own thing, and the amount of product placement he was trying to do or upselling his own merchandise, even in the middle of it, was kind of ridiculous, but it felt in place with his character of he could be screaming and panicking, but at the same time talking to his stream about buying his merch. As a horror comedy, it worked pretty well because at times the suspense actually got there pretty good. The jump scares that are there work. The creature design is pretty well done too. The only complaint I'd have is some of the makeup effects were cheap. This is obviously a much lower budget film, and it shows in some of the makeup things, but it's not bad. It's just towards the end when there's a lot of things coming at you, it's a little noticeable. And the makeup for Mildred, the ghost, is pretty basic. That said, the actress playing Mildred is throwing everything out there, and it is very well done. So, as he's investigating this haunted house, he comes across a girl who just comes out of nowhere named Chrissy, who's there also and wants to help him commune with the spirits. And of course, as soon as he does, shit gets bad. This thing, I've seen this compared to Evil Dead 2 a lot, and I can see that. It's over the top in his ridiculous reactions to things and how he's trying to fight them off, and essentially his main strategy against the ghost is to try to copyright strike her by essentially filing an appeal at the Dark Powers or something. His logic was a little shaky, but it was funny at the moment. The guy sells it, and I can see some people being a little bit annoyed by his constant panicking and screaming, but for me, he had enough charisma to kind of carry it through. You can see him being one of those kind of douchey YouTube creators who does have enough charisma, but is actually kind of terrible. That's the character he portrayed very well. So he was very watchable. But at the same time, yeah, you could tell he definitely had he was not a great guy. But overall, I really did like Deadstream. It was decently creepy, and the creature design was very well done. It's more than just standard ghosts. There's a few weird looking things, like a man's head on like this rat-like body, and then there's some ghosts for the kids are like fused together, and the man in the corner is also this weird deformed looking thing. The designs are good. Makeup again, a little is the designs are a little more ambitious than what their makeup can pull off completely, but it's minor. It's only really noticeable at the climax if you're paying really close attention. And again, the makeup on Mildred is pretty basic. But the actress playing her, she was the best part of VHS 99. Here, she's doing a great job also. So, she's very good in these. Also, I like how for something like this, like the fact that there's music, he actually has a cassette tape player that he's actually doing his own soundtrack. So it does make sense for there to be some music in this thing also. So it's the excuses for some of the production values worked. Yeah. Overall, Deadstream's worth a look. A few people, it's getting really talked up, so a few people are now starting to say it's overhyped. But for me, I knew that going in there, but I still found it really enjoyable. I'm giving this one 8 MacGuffins. Actually, it really hit a sweet spot. The comedy is actually really funny, and the vibe works. And I actually got creeped out at a couple scenes, so it's rare that a movie can be both funny and scary. It's usually more one or the other. This one does a good job being both. So props to that. So I'll give this one a solid 8 MacGuffins. It's not the best movie I saw so far this month, but it's up there. I really did like Deadstream. All right, so it's all for the moment, but I'll see you guys soon.